In a peaceful village, there lived a boy named Raga. He was intelligent, hardworking, and had big dreams. However, there was one major issue. His mind was never stable, constantly lost in unnecessary thoughts. Whether while studying, working, or even talking, his mind would drift into useless fantasies. His parents and teachers often urged him to focus, yet he couldn't control his wandering mind. When he sat down to study, he would soon find himself entangled in imaginary stories, past mistakes, or random worries about the future. One day, during his school exams, Raga encountered the worst moment of his life. As he stared at his answer sheet, his mind was blank. Despite having studied everything, he couldn't focus. Instead of answering questions, he spent more time thinking about unrelated things. When the results came, he had failed in 2 subjects. His teachers were disappointed, his friends sympathized, and his parents were deeply concerned. That night, Raga sat alone in his room, feeling helpless. He knew he had the potential to succeed, but his thoughts controlled him. Sensing his distress, his grandfather, a wise old man, approached him and asked what was troubling him. With tears in his eyes, Raga replied, "Grandpa, no matter how hard I try, my mind keeps running in different directions." His grandfather smiled and said, "Come with me. I will tell you something important." He took Raga to the backyard, where a large empty pot stood. Handing Raga a cup of dirty water, he instructed, "Pour this into the pot." Raga complied. Then his grandfather gave him a jug of clean water and said, "Now pour this until the dirt is gone." As Raga poured, the dirty water was pushed out, and the pot filled with fresh, clear water. "Your mind is like this pot," his grandfather explained. "If you keep filling it with wasteful thoughts, it will become polluted. But pour in good, meaningful thoughts, and the wasteful ones will be washed away." Raga thought for a moment and asked, "But Grandpa, how do I replace my wasteful thoughts with good ones?" His grandfather began, "Let me tell you a story to help you understand." Raga listened to the story of a young warrior named Veera, who, like him, was plagued by self-doubt and negative thoughts. Through a lesson with a wise monk involving salt and water, Veera learned to expand his mind, so negativity couldn't affect him. Realizing his own mistakes, Raga understood he had kept his mind small. He began filling it with focus, discipline, and positive thoughts. Slowly, his focus improved, his studies got better, and his confidence grew. In the next exams, he scored the highest in his class. Years later, Raga became a great scientist, inspiring others to train their minds. Whenever asked about overcoming wasteful thoughts, he would smile and say, "Your mind is a pot. Fill it with good thoughts, and there will be no space for the wasteful ones."